Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for the Never Ever Mets Season 1 Episode 8. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. So when the episode first opens up, Shay is still trying to get to the bottom of it, knowing good and dang on well that she is going to believe the lies. The lies. Girl, you're gonna believe the lies. So I don't even know why we're going through this. He gave the typical man answers. You gonna believe her, you gonna believe me. I'm not about to let that be blindside you. Like, we the best couple. And then here come Diamond. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Shay. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care about that pro. I'm like, what is going on? That pro went home the first night. Once he called Alexis a pro, I knew then and there he was lying. See, this is what they do. They try to put the other woman down to throw you off. That's the one you got to be very careful of. Let me just give you a bit of advice. Okay, and this is something that I peeped a long time ago. It's always the one that they claim they can't stand, or the one that they call out of their names, or the ones that they don't want you hanging around with. That's the main one that they have their eyes on. And I don't trust anything about what Josh was saying. Nothing. So then this crazy heifer gonna say, you know what? I don't know Diamond or Alexis, but I do know Josh. So I'm going to trust him. Yeah, you do know Josh, and he knows how to play in your face. You know Josh, the one that had a baby, and y'all had to separate. See, Diamond with the Y, this is why you stay out of people's business, because she is rocking with her man. In the next scene, Josh is outside telling Greg about what went down with Diamond with the Y and how she was telling Shay what Alexis had said. Inside, Shay is wondering, why is Alexis just not saying something? So Diamond was like, well, Alexis was asking about everybody, and then she basically told me, and I told you, and plus I heard that y'all were getting matching tattoos, and I didn't want you to be blindsided. So Shay was like, well, she should have called me. If you had something to say and you wanted to get it out, then you should have called me. So Shay was basically like, listen, I'm going to stick beside my man because I don't know y'all like that. It's been 12 years, and what y'all are saying, it just don't sound right to me. Okay, Shay, honey, go with God. Okay, if you want to go ahead and get your matching tattoos and look foolish, then you go right on ahead. Shay, let me just say this to you. I know you're trying to hold it down for your man and you don't want to let them seem like they won. But I would just caution you to be very careful with Josh. So Shay gets in the confessional and she's like, I just want to know if Diamond's being messy or is she being a big sis? Well, I mean, she's being both. She's being a big sis and she being messy with the Y. Moving forward. In the next scene, Taronda shows up and it's time for a group activity called the hot seat. So one couple sits in the hot seat, right? And the other couples have to write these anonymous questions. Now, as soon as I saw this, I was like, listen, this cannot bring about anything positive. No positive outcome can come from these people being in each other's business. That's the problem now. When are y'all gonna focus on something other than each other? So the first people to sit in the hot seat were Jody and Aaron. Now, mind you, she telling him to move over so she can get her good side. Girl, ain't no side the good side till you comb your damn hair. So they sit on down, honey. The first question was, do you see each other short term or long term? He said long term. She just sitting there looking crazy. Talking about term. The way I would have termed that relationship, baby, it would have been terminated. I would have gotten right on up and left Jody sitting there. Girl, you will not make a fool out of me. So the next question was, where do you see yourselves in 5 years? He said he wants to see them traveling. So Millie was like, oh, y'all don't want to get married? So then Jody pipes up and she said, well, we both agreed that marriage is basically a business decision. So if we do get married, it won't be for love. Girl, what are you talking about? And of course, Aaron agreed. Poor little tink tink. Baby, you cannot even be true to yourself. And even Greg said it in the confessional. He feels like Aaron just goes along with whatever Jody says. And it is the truth. Aaron, you are a people pleaser. And I think you want everybody around you to be happy and not you. I saw it when you were in the scene with your dad. You want your dad to believe you're this macho man that gets all the girls. You want Jody to be happy. So whatever she says, you oblige. What does Aaron with an earring want? Huh? Okay. The next question was, are they physically attracted to each other? He said yes. She said, yeah. Now, the only reason why she said yes is because he did, because that pause told me that the lie detector test determined that was a lie. Moving forward. So next up is Shay and Josh. First question, Shay, do you trust Josh fully? Shay said, yeah, I trust him. Girl, if you like it, I love it. It's giving self-esteem issues, okay? Because ain't nothing about Josh trustworthy. The other couples are starting to pipe up. They're asking follow-up questions. So then Taronda is asking Shay, so how does your mom like Josh? Shay gonna say, well, I really ain't said nothing about this because this is like an internet relationship. Okay, Shay, you are very unserious. 12 years online, a side baby with a roommate that's still at the house waiting on him to get home, and your mama don't even know? Where does your mom think you are? Okay, girl. Anyway, I do not have time. So then Taronda asked when they planned on meeting each other's family. Now, did y'all peep that Josh said, I'm willing to meet her mama whenever? Now, that's not the question. She said, when do you plan on meeting each other's family? So that would imply that Shay needs to meet your people. Because if y'all never ever met, that means Shay never ever met your mama either. So when he said that, I said, Josh play all day. Shay, you better wake up and pay attention. Girl, you better wake up and pay attention. Girl, if you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. So the next couple is Chris and Sandia. Child, this right here is a fool. Aaron and Diamond with the Y, they over there being messy. Here go Aaron talking about write down the question and ask her how she feels about Chris telling her what to do. So the first question is, how are you guys working on your communication? He said that he's working on it, making more time for her. And Taronda was like, sir, what do you even do? Because you acting like you ain't got no time. Like, what do you do that you're so busy that you cannot make time? So then Millie pipes up, a man gonna make time for what he want. Now, Millie, although I agree with you, y'all are getting on my nerves, butting into each other's everything. Y'all getting on my nerves. Shut up and sit back. So Chris said, look, I'm never going to spend too much time with a woman because I spent 8 years with a woman and it was wasted. So then Millie pipes up because she cannot stand to hear Chris breathe. Girl, why are you so passionate about a relationship that's not yours? Like, you would think he was your ex. Chris and Sandia are a mess, baby. I wouldn't be sitting up next to Chris. I really would not. Whoever this 8-year relationship is, it totally has thrown him off. So the next question is, how does Sandia feel about being controlled? And she said that they're a team. He doesn't control her. She doesn't control him. They don't control each other. So then they asked about gender roles. Chris doesn't think that men and women are equal because women are bad decision makers. That seems like a typical answer of a man-child. That seems like an answer you would give. Taronda had to let him have it, honey. She had to let it be known. Let me tell you something. Don't play with me. Chris, while you think that men are here and women are here, we are actually here. Actually, we're up here, baby. And you saying that women can't make decisions is a slap in every black woman's face, including your mama and your ancestors. Chris stay putting his chauvinistic foot in his mouth, child. I don't listen to nothing he got to say, child. I could really care less. He ain't talking about nothing. He ain't meaning nothing. And he just talks to hear himself speak. And Sandia, you look foolish sitting up next to this moron. Moving forward. So then Chris backdoors and says, so who's giving it to you? She said, what? Well, you said, women do this and women do that. Who's giving that to you? Because if the man doesn't give it to you, then you can't do nothing with it. And baby, Taronda had to read him for filth. She told him, listen, women are the ones who birthed you. Now, don't get me wrong. Men are nothing without women and vice versa. We're nothing without men. But at the same time, for you to say that we are not good at decision making, that's basically some BS. So Chris said that women are too emotional and Taronda was out of line and a bit emotional in her response. And to me, I disagree. I feel like she just got tired of you spewing BS and she decided to speak up because we know Sandia is not going to do it. Now, granted, you have to remain neutral in these situations when you are the host of a show. But after a while listening to you with this same stuff over and over again, somebody had to set you straight. And I don't want to hear nothing from Millie. So go on, let Taronda and her hats do it. So Millie and Greg go up next. Speaking of Millie, hey girl. First question is, how does Millie feel about Greg being a womanizer? Now, I don't know if it was just me, but I was shocked by that Because I do not remember Greg being a womanizer coming up in the conversation. Do y'all remember that? Now, y'all know I give y'all a whole lot of detail, and baby, I don't remember that. She said that he's working on it and he's focused just on her. Now, he did say that he wants only her. Josh starts piping up trying to co-sign Greg. Josh, hush. I don't think you need to be speaking after you done sat up there and lied. What you know about truth? Talking about he been telling you the truth this whole time. He's being honest. He really wants only you. I don't want to hear it. Okay, I really don't. They want Millie to let her guard down a little bit. Greg really seemed to want her to hear him about being there for her. And I do think that Millie has a hard time trusting, a man enough to let him lead. So maybe there was a little bit of a breakthrough. He does not remember her birthday, June 21st, 1990. This is the first time since episode 1 that I saw a softer side of Millie. Maybe she really received what Greg said. Let us pray. Up next is Diamond with the Y and Aaron with an H, and Shay is hot and ready, honey, like a Little Caesar's pizza. Baby, she can't wait to ask them some questions. So the first one is, are you jealous of the other couple's relationships because they're young? Say what now? Aaron said, I've been through quadruple of what y'all been through. Yet you're all on the same show, so there's that. You've gone through what? It don't matter, because you ain't never ever met, just like they ain't never ever met. And what else is going on? None of y'all have anything to be jealous of. Not none of y'all. Sandia and Chris. Sandia is on mute and Chris is just an ass clown. Millie is assertive, aggressive, and combative. And Greg is just a man that likes to run through different women, according to this episode here today. Aaron don't know what he want to do, honey. His earrings dangling to and fro. Jody don't never comb her damn hair. And she is being so disrespectful to this man. You brought him on this show. So therefore, and thus and such, perk up until the episodes are over. So what exactly in this group of people would there be to be jealous of? Okay, I ain't think so. Next up is, does Diamond love Aaron? Because nobody has ever heard her say it. It's always Diamond, 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 but we never hear her saying anything about Aaron and his hats. So Shay said, I ain't never heard you say anything about him. She said, you never heard me say I love him. Greg said, well, you may have said it, but we didn't hear it. So then Aaron pipes up and he says, well, the reason why y'all didn't hear it is because she's not with y'all. She's with me. So then Aaron said, so y'all can acknowledge that stuff can happen between a couple and the rest of the house not see it and it still be real. Baby, even Diamond had to look like touche. Baby, Aaron gagged them, I fear. Baby, when Aaron said that to the older Aaron, my mouth was wide open. I said, listen, that was kind of a mic drop moment. But earring Aaron, that does not change the fact that you and Jody are more like play cousins than a couple. And y'all ain't fooling me. Okay? Now, that was a good one. So that just shows you, Aaron H., to stay out of people's business. Because the same excuse that you're giving is the same excuse that earring Aaron was giving, and you didn't want to hear it. So Aaron thinks that he knows it all. And that's what I think. And meanwhile, he's lying and love bombing Diamond, and she don't even see it, child. It's probably them big baby hairs. Take them baby hairs out your eyes so you can... I tried, y'all. I really tried. Sweep them damn baby hairs out your eyes so you can see what's going on with Aaron and his hats. So Shay is saying, y'all put him and Jody in the hot seat. So then Diamond was like, no, I didn't do that. That is what Aaron did. She said, y'all antagonized them as a couple. Shay, please. Let me tell you something. Shay could really shut up on this part for me, because you had no problem following the antagonist to the boom boom room to eat your spaghetti and meatballs. But now that she's bothering you and Josh, it's a problem. Girl gone. See, the thing is, if you're going to be this way, you need to be this way the whole time. Don't be following behind her like you totally wholeheartedly agree with her actions. And then when the tables have turned and now she in your business, now it's a problem. Anyway, Diamond said, well, we're not in anybody's business. She said, they're saying they're not in anybody's business, but they're in everybody's relationship. They're both messy and deflecting from their own issues. Duh. Greg even said it. He was like, y'all are in everyone's, business, and I like you, but y'all are. Shay then starts going off on both Aaron and Diamond. Diamond says, well, she's a kid. She doesn't know. She has trust issues. So then Shay said, I have never opened up to you about no trust issues. So what are you even talking about? Ma'am, but you did though. Those were your exact words. I have trust issues. And let's be real. Two things can be true. Diamond and Aaron are messy as hell and miserable. And Shay, all the smoke that you are directing at Diamond is because you're really mad at Josh. And you mad at yourself because you know dang on well that Josh cannot be trusted. See, I probably don't see this like everybody else. Diamond is messy and she should have shut up and kept her mouth closed and stayed out of people's business. Her and Aaron have been messy from the start, pretending to be pseudo counselors and don't have nobody's degree. And we still ain't talked about that engagement ring and don't think I forgot. But Shay, you were all in on the side of baby hairs until she was in your business. So then Shay started calling them old and weird. And then Taronda was like, listen, we're not going to name call. Everybody be nice. Child, this is just a mess. Do you hear me? So everybody disperses from the exercise. Shay goes in to call her friend and she's telling her about how Diamond and Aaron are really just so weird and they're always in everybody's business and she's done with them. So Aaron comes walking up to her, making it worse. Talking about, you make me feel so good about myself. Aaron, leave her alone. I have yet to see you argue with a man. Confront one of these men in here. You love running up in a woman's face and in her space. Get back. So Shay was going off on him. Y'all are weird. Get away from me. You know, she just really going off. So he runs upstairs to tell Diamond. And what's she gonna do? Nothing. Now, this was bound to backfire on y'all because eventually you were gonna dip your nose in the wrong relationship. Let these people figure things out on their own. They don't need you. I don't think you understand that all of you are on the level playing field. None of you have ever met. We're gone. Moving forward. Child, Greg finally got Millie in that boom boom room. Sis, at least he know your birthday this time. So it's the next morning. Millie is smiling, so I take it went well. At least she ain't going off, honey. So I guess the boom boom must have been a rocking and nobody came a knocking. Over on the other side, inside the house, Diamond is super excited about her daughter coming to meet Aaron for the first time. So Taronda is back. Taronda, your bob fire. Girl, that bob cute. That bob was bobbing. That bob was so cute. I am a sucker for a sleek bob. Not one that's completely folded under. It has to be straight. Hers is completely... I like a sleek bob. Oh, honey, I'm not finna play. Child, just call me Bob the Builder. I love a good bob. So anywho, that's neither here nor there. This is a side note. So she brought back Dr. Allie for a one-on-one with the couples. Shay and Josh are up first. So they go, they meet Dr. Allie. She starts asking them how they handle their ups and downs. Shay says she cusses Josh out. She blocks him, but she's trying to work on not being so impulsive and really going off on him. So Dr. Allie is giving her an exercise to do so that she can feel herself and be present in her body so that she won't react so quickly and she can feel the cues of when she's starting to get upset. So then she looks over to Josh and she notices that he's more laid back. I mean, the session didn't hit on nothing, child. Let's just be real. Diamond's daughter finally arrives. Hey, girl. Diamond introduces Aaron to her daughter, Amari. So the daughter was looking like she really didn't want to be bothered, but I think she was trying to feel Aaron out a little bit. So her daughter is like, what are your intentions? He said, well, I want to marry her because I love her. And the daughter thinks that it's too soon. It definitely is. Daughter, what I want you to do is ask about that proposal because we're almost to the end of the road and we still haven't touched on that. Now, it's too soon after that proposal for me, and I'm not letting it go. The daughter wants to know, like, where are the dates? Like, are y'all dating? Like, what's going on? So then Aaron starts talking about, well, you know what happened. Let me tell you something. Aaron be talking, but he ain't saying nothing. Diamond's daughter wanted to know, well, why didn't you ever speak to me before? He said, well, you know, most people don't want you talking to their kids. So then Diamond pretends like she has to go grab her daughter a drink and a plate of food. So she leaves. They start talking. She's asking Aaron questions about himself. We find out he has 6 kids and 2 ex-wives. And he's like, you gonna be number 7. Ew. Please don't push it. You don't know her. You just met her mama. She's a part of the never ever mets. Okay, so don't start trying to lump her in with your kids, honey. We're not there yet. So then he started asking her questions and we find out that she does hair. Ma'am, please don't repeat that. Because that lace ain't lacing and you should have had your mama's hair laid down. Do you hear me? This is TV. And also tell your mama that is a wig grip. Please tell her to take that off, child. So when Diamond came back without a drink or a plate of food, she sits down. Aaron H. had completely changed Diamond's daughter's mind, honey. I mean, Aaron talk a good game, but I'm not buying nothing that he's selling. And I think that the daughter only approved because she knows that her mom is happy. And she wants her mama to be happy. And I feel like that was just her way of saying, you know what, my mama happy, child. She done found somebody. He's really nice. I approve. Over on the other side, Sandia and Chris go to meet with Dr. Allie. And so they're telling her a little bit about themselves, how they're both Haitian. And Chris is telling her that he runs away from emotional things and he's not very sensitive. That type of stuff just shuts him down. He said after his 8-year relationship, it hurt him because he was attached to this woman and he was attached to both her and her children. I'm guessing that Chris doesn't like anybody after that 8-year relationship. She must have really did a number on him. It always be that one. And now Sandia has to suffer because of what you went through with her. So Dr. Allie is asking him, how has it changed him? And he said, trust. Because like I said, I was all in with the kids and then she just up and left. It is all making sense now. So he got hurt and he decided to make every woman after her, any woman that he comes in contact with, make her life miserable. And now he's treating them like they're disposable. That would let me understand why he said, oh, I just have sex with them and then I ghost them. Now I'm understanding that. But I'm wondering why she left. Judging from your character and the people that you hang out with, I don't think she just up and left because it was 8 years and she had got tired. Something else happened. He said that with consistency, though, and her telling him and showing him that she's going to be there for him and give him her all, that they could make it. So then Dr. Allie tells Chris that they seem like they're figuring things out and ways to make it happen. Ma'am, what are you talking about? Did y'all debrief this lady? Because I know Dr. Allie does good work. And this just don't seem it. In the house, Amari is leaving and Diamond is so happy that she approved of Aaron. Bye, Amari, honey. Safe travels. On the outside, Jody and Aaron go out to speak with Dr. Allie. So they come out, they sit down. She's asking what it was like when they first met each other for the very first time. He said it was intoxicating. When I first saw her, I knew it. So then this woman gonna say, yeah, it was awkward. I wasn't impressed. He was trying to overly impress me. It was giving fake. It wasn't genuine. I didn't like it. Jody is rude as hell. Just rude. Girl, you should be happy he tried to make sure that you were happy. And I'm sick of Jody always looking void of emotion and like a deer stuck in headlights. They can go. And that was the end of the episode. So we left on a cliffhanger where Aaron and his earring get up and excuse themselves. And Jody sits there to explain to Dr. Allie what she feels about Aaron. Now, next week, I'm not sure if it's the season finale or not. Because I'm thinking maybe it's 9 episodes and then 1 episode of a reunion. Maybe, but I'm not sure. So, yeah, it's a little bit confusing to me. I'm not sure how it's going. But yeah, when he comes back, we'll figure out what's going to happen between the two of them. But judging from the previews, I think they went home. I think she finally broke it to him. And they really basically made it to the end, honey, to get their little stipend and their per diem. So that's just that on that. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. And also, thank y'all so much for joining me for that live yesterday. If you have not, look up at the screen and you will see a video that you can click on. That would be the live that we did just last night talking about the Never Ever Mets. We had a good old time. We may do it again this week. And yeah, that's just that on that. I cannot wait to hear what y'all have to say. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.